Hey, Tucker Carlson, fuck you and your fucking daddy. So, pardon the language, by the way. I'm not the same guy I used to be. But I'll say, just looking at Tucker Carlson's dad's biography, looking at Tucker Carlson, what he grew up in, just separatist, elitist behavior. And now you look at the way his show comes across, and it opens up with that country twang, Leonard Skinner style, with a little hint of banjo Americana, as if he ever listened to that kind of music growing up, as if he ever engaged in any of that. Now he's just a guy that likes to fish and hunt, and he's just one of y'all. And Candace, the token black girl from Nashville, she just one of y'all too. And all he has to say is, don't listen to the neo-Nazis like Nick Fuentes or the guys on the far right who are just there to discredit. They're just a CIA-fed operation to discredit the real voices of people like me. And meanwhile, every single company he works at has worked at. By the way, let me just say this. He's the only man in the history of humanity to have his own show at CNN, Fox News, and NBC. He's the only guy to have all of that. MSNBC too, right? He's the only guy to be a commentary on all these multiple networks and pretend not to be part of the establishment when he helped erect the tower that is the establishment. He is a direct contributor to the establishment. The establishment could not exist without him. His dad helped overthrow governments in the Eastern Bloc during the Cold War. He is a propaganda Operation Mockingbird machine. And so when he says disaffected white men, we are the true victims of this generation, of this century. We young white men who have been placed out of the economy, who have been told to celebrate diversity. Look, everybody come into the corporate kitchen here. We're going to have our corporate fundraiser. Oh, look, we celebrated diversity. We're up 33% on diverse hires. And then we look on TV, and we're supposed to clap, by the way, when we go to college for 4 years and do everything right, work our asses off to climb the corporate ladder, and they say, oh, we've outsourced the job to more Indians, H-1B visas, more people fresh off the boat. Look, we've replaced you with a young black woman of color. She's also a lesbian, so you should be super happy. Rabbi Goldstein will love that. And you're supposed to clap as you get your shit in a cardboard box and walk out the door. We're finished with it, right? We've been upset with it for so fucking long. We don't want any more of it. And then we go to turn on the TV. Imagine this. This is the scenario of a young white man in America today. You turn on your TV, right, after a long day at working at some corporate shithole where they're celebrating the diversity, which means they're firing all the guys who look like you. So every day you're sweating as to whether or not you're going to make it through another round of firing, just to come home and say, well, let me indulge myself in my history a bit and watch a show about Vikings or watch a show about Harold the Great or William the Conqueror, right? And there's black dudes. And you look on the BBC and they say, oh, we've decided to use a more